Hello, testing 1, 2, 3. Oh, hello, everyone, whichever part of the world you are in. Today we'll be learning about a little bit of model, but that model will be very useful for anyone who's doing N plus CompTIA. N plus is a course for networking or Computer Training Industry Association, or they are into networking, they like studying networking, or interconnected network devices. Now here are some of the images that we will see, but to be on the honest side. So what are the 7 layers? Just to let you know that there's very easy ways of remembering them if someone needs to give the exam. So layer 7 is application. As you can see, all these layers are here, but if I see this from P, if I see if we do the first alphabet, supposedly P, D, N, T, like for application layer, we make our own abbreviations, which makes it more easier to remember. So P is physical layer, but what we usually do is to remember it, we do please do not throw sausage pizza away. Someone actually told me that and I remembered it. So in order to remember all the 7 layers, you start from here and you say P for please, do not, D, not, throw, T, S for sausage, and P for pizza, and A for application layer. So please do not throw sausage pizza away. So this is a very handy, a very impressive learning skill that you can have. Or you can do it from top to bottom as well. So all people seem to need data processing. So all people seem to need data processing. So you can remember it this way as well. It's really important because a lot of the networking models and diagrams, you really need to learn this and understand what's happening inside it. So let's go and click one of the images and see what's happening here. So I'll try to move it a bit. There we go. So now if you see, it's not one of the best diagrams here, but just to let you know that this is from down to the top. So we have layer 1 is physical layer, layer 2 is data link layer, layer 3 is network layer, and transport layer session. And so these are 7 layers that you're talking about. So these 3 are called hardware layers, and transport layer is called the heart of OSI. OSI is Open Systems Interconnect, or some people say Open System Interconnect, some people say Open System Interface, which is more easier for you to remember. And then these are the software layers. It's a session layer, presentation layer, application layer. To be more precise, if you can't make anything out of them, it's completely fine, because this is slightly a higher level. It's actually for students of networking who have been in networking for about 3-4 months. It's quite entry level, but it's not really entry level, because if someone has done a little bit of hardware, like A plus hardware, then they start doing N plus, which is the networking course, or the networking start course, entry level course. It's very important that they have a know-how of especially these layers, or TCP/IP model, which I will explain later. I didn't really wanted to go into a lot of the OSI layer. Let's see what is happening here. So physical bits, the physical media signal environment. So that's your layer one, the physical one. This is what is happening. Very important bit that you need to remember is go this way. Like for physical, it will be bits. For data, it's going to be frames. So that's data link, and which is further broken up into MAC layer and LLC, and then NOT is N is that's the network layer where path determination and IP, which is Internet Protocol, these things are happening. And then is transport segments. That's end-to-end connections and reliability is happening. And then session layer is where the session of the inter-host communication happens. And this is basic, but there is more easier ways of remembering it. But just to let you know that if you are going to go through the exam, you need to know the right way of how this is working, because there are MCQs and there are a lot of questions regarding the OSI layer model. So session layer, and then yeah, because what we usually do is I am saying it again and again so that you can have a know-how. So then we move up, and once we move slightly up is that's your presentation layer here. So here is that's the layer where the encryption happens, that representation and encryption. Just as a know-how that it happens there. There might be other places that happens, but obviously when you're more confined about it, then you can and you know what you're doing. And that's your application layer. So now there's another diagram. Let's see here. So there we go. So that physical layer is dealing with bit stream, physical medium, methods of representing bits, and then data link layer is doing flow control, error detection, and physical link. Then you got network layer, which deals with network addressing, your IP addressing. Layer 1 IP addressing is the you will learn routing and switching, because you have A class, B class, C class, and then static IP addressing and other bits and pieces. I won't go into it further. If I have time, I'll explain them to you. And then you got transport layer down there that does error control. Then session layer does authentication, permission, session restoration. Presentation layer coding into ones and zeros. Encryption. So 1 and 0 is the binary number system, as some of you know who have been in computing. But if you have less idea of what a binary number system is, I'll try to make one video on binary number systems as well. So that's your application layer with message format and the human machine interfaces. So there's a lot about regarding that. And let's have a look at another diagram. With this, what happens is it gives you a clear and precise view. Now here, these are the 7 layers again. So that's your physical devices, your coax cable, fiber cable, wireless, hubs and repeaters are used there. And again, if you don't know what they are, from time to time you will learn them. Frames, you got switch and bridges are at layer 2 here. PPP is point to point, and then you got packets. Regarding that, my recording time is finishing now, so in the next video we'll continue from here. Please like and dislike and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Ciao, and see you in the next video. Bye.